Imagine this. You're up in your attic, rummaging through forgotten things. Dust motes dance in the dim light. You move an old trunk and there it is. A painting propped against the wall, hidden in the shadows. But what if I told you this very scene played out in real life? And that the dusty old painting turned out to be a lost masterpiece worth millions? It's a story that unfolded in 2014 in Toulouse, France. A family stumbled upon a painting thought to be by Caravaggio. The discovery sent ripples of excitement and disbelief across the globe. Art historian Eric Turquin was among the first to examine the painting. Even beneath the layers of grime, he sensed something extraordinary. The use of light and shadow, the raw emotion, it all hinted at the hand of a master. But could it really be a Caravaggio? The painting was whisked away to a secret location for tests. X-rays, infrared imaging, pigment analysis, every tool was employed. The art world waited with bated breath for the results. Was this a genuine Caravaggio, a clever forgery, or the work of a talented follower? The answer would have far-reaching implications. To understand the magnitude of this discovery, we need to journey back to 16th century Italy. This was the era of the Baroque, a movement that embraced theatricality and emotional intensity. At the forefront stood Caravaggio, a man whose life was as dramatic as his art. Born in 1571, Caravaggio challenged the artistic conventions of his day. He saw beauty in the everyday, in the rough hands of labourers and the weathered faces of the poor. His paintings were a shock to the system. He depicted biblical scenes with an earthiness and psychological depth never seen before. Caravaggio's art was a mirror reflecting the complexities of the human condition. He became a sensation, sought after by wealthy patrons and influential cardinals. But Caravaggio's genius was intertwined with a volatile personality. He was notorious for his quick temper and involvement in numerous brawls. In 1606, during a heated argument, Caravaggio killed a man. Forced to flee Rome, he spent his remaining years on the run. Even as he evaded the law, Caravaggio's reputation grew. His use of light and shadow became highly influential. But tragedy struck in 1610 when Caravaggio died under mysterious circumstances. Some believe he succumbed to a fever, while others suspect foul play. His life was cut short, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in brilliance and enigma. Caravaggio's untimely death amplified his legend. His paintings became highly sought after by collectors. With only a small number of authenticated works, any new discovery could send shockwaves through the art world. The possibility that the painting found in Toulouse could be a genuine Caravaggio was tantalizing. If authenticated, it would add a significant chapter to our understanding of the artist's late period. But the art world is a realm where skepticism reigns supreme. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The battle to authenticate the Toulouse Caravaggio was about to begin. The year is 2014. In Toulouse, France, a family home held a secret. It wasn't hidden in a secret passage, but tucked away in the attic. Amidst the usual attic clutter leaned a large painting, its surface obscured by time. Brushing away cobwebs, they uncovered a brutal yet captivating image. Judith beheading Holofernes. Even in its deteriorated state, the painting exuded a raw power. Intrigued, the family reached out to Marc Lebarbe, a local auctioneer. Little did they know their call would set in motion a chain of events. Events that would reverberate throughout the art world. When Marc Lebarbe first saw the painting, he was surprised. The painting, though aged, pulsed with a certain energy. The composition, the dramatic lighting, it all hinted at a master's hand. Lebarbe knew he needed to call in an expert. Enter Eric Turquin, a renowned Parisian art historian. Under Turquin's gaze, the painting began to reveal its secrets. The way the light played across the figures brought to mind Caravaggio's chiaroscuro technique. But attributing a painting to Caravaggio requires a mountain of evidence. Turquin knew the road ahead would be long and filled with both excitement and skepticism. As news of the attic discovery spread, whispers turned into speculation. Could this be a lost Caravaggio? If so, how did it end up in a French attic? Initial research suggested the work might have been commissioned by a wealthy Italian family. From there, the trail went cold, only to resurface in a 17th century inventory of a French nobleman. The painting's history was fragmented, tantalizing researchers with glimpses of its past. Each clue deepened the mystery, urging experts to dig deeper. The attic had given up its secret, but the story of the painting was only just beginning to be told. The search for answers would lead researchers on a captivating chase. Our story takes us back to early 17th century Rome. Caravaggio, even in exile, cast a long shadow over this world. His revolutionary art had captivated the elite, including Cardinal Scipione Borghese. Within the opulent walls of a Roman palazzo, Borghese surveys his latest acquisition. The work, it is whispered, is by Caravaggio, painted during his flight from justice. Borghese recognized the power of Caravaggio's art, its ability to shock and provoke. This was a painting that could elevate a collection and solidify a legacy. But the Cardinal's acquisition was shrouded in secrecy. To openly acquire Caravaggio's work would be to court controversy. The early 17th century was a time of shifting alliances and political intrigue. Cardinal Borghese understood the value of a well-placed gift. Our attention now shifts northward to the court of Louis XIV, King of France. The French court was enamored with all things Italian. To possess a Caravaggio would be a symbol of exquisite taste. Borghese arranged for the painting to be discreetly transported across the Alps. The painting embarked on a perilous journey, hidden from prying eyes. This transfer marked a pivotal moment in the painting's history. It transitioned from the hands of an Italian cardinal to the world of French aristocracy. The trail of the Caravaggio, once it crosses the French border, becomes shrouded in ambiguity. Records are scant, mentions fleeting, as if the painting had retreated into the shadows. We catch glimpses of its existence in estate inventories and cryptic notations. But the details are vague. Are the ownership lineage obscured by time? How did a painting of such value end up forgotten in an attic? Was it a deliberate act of concealment or historical amnesia? It would take a chance discovery, centuries later, to bring it back into the light, reigniting the mystery of its past. The art world, usually a place of hushed contemplation and scholarly debate, erupted in a frenzy of excitement and skepticism when news of the Toulouse Caravaggio broke. It was as if a lightning bolt had struck the very heart of the art historical establishment, sending shockwaves from the hallowed halls of the Louvre to the bustling auction houses of New York. Experts emerged from their studios, summoned from across the globe to examine the painting, their trained eyes scrutinizing every brushstroke, every nuance of light and shadow, every detail of composition. Some, captivated by the painting's raw energy, its undeniable power, declared it a masterpiece, a lost Caravaggio returned to its rightful place in art history. Others, however, remained unconvinced. They pointed to perceived inconsistencies in style, subtle deviations from Caravaggio's known techniques, and whispered of talented imitators who had mastered the art of forgery centuries ago. The debate raged on, fueled by ego, professional rivalry, and the very real possibility of a financial windfall for those who backed the winning side. The art world, it seemed, had become a battleground, divided into two camps. The believers, who saw in the Toulouse Caravaggio a missing link in the artist's oeuvre, a testament to his genius, and the skeptics, who viewed it with suspicion, a potential fake, a clever deception designed to fool even the most discerning eye. At the heart of the controversy lay a fundamental question. How does one definitively prove the authenticity of a painting, especially one shrouded in centuries of mystery and lacking clear provenance? The answer, it turned out, was both scientific and subjective, a delicate dance between technological analysis and the trained eye of connoisseurship. The Toulouse Caravaggio was subjected to a battery of tests, each one designed to unlock the secrets hidden within its layers of paint. X-rays revealed the ghostly outlines of earlier compositions, known as pentimenti, suggesting the artist's hand at work, making changes, refining his vision. Infrared imaging pierced through the veil of time, revealing underdrawings and compositional sketches, offering clues to the artist's process. Pigment analysis, conducted with meticulous care, identified the chemical composition of the paints, comparing them to known Caravaggio works from the same period. The results were tantalizing, offering both support and contradiction, fueling the debate rather than providing a definitive answer. The scientific evidence, while compelling, was ultimately inconclusive. It could confirm the painting's age, its materials, even offer glimpses into the artist's working methods, but it couldn't definitively prove that the hand that wielded the brush was that of Caravaggio himself. That final judgment, it seemed, would rest on the shoulders of the art historians, the connoisseurs, the individuals who had dedicated their lives to understanding the nuances of Caravaggio's style, the subtle language of his brushstrokes. And so, the debate continued. The art world remained divided. The mystery of the Toulouse Caravaggio, far from being solved, only deepened, becoming a captivating case study in the complexities of art authentication and the enduring power of a master's legacy. The art world held its breath. The controversy surrounding the Toulouse Caravaggio had reached fever pitch. Museums, collectors, and art historians around the world waited with bated breath for the moment of truth, the auction. It was 2019, and the painting, its authenticity still fiercely debated, was about to hit the open market, poised to become one of the most expensive artworks ever sold. The auction house, a place accustomed to hushed whispers and the clinking of champagne glasses, buzzed with an electric tension. Billionaires, their faces hidden behind auction paddles, waited, ready to engage in a bidding war that could reach astronomical sums. The stage was set, the spotlight on the enigmatic canvas that had captivated the world's attention. But then, just days before the gavel was set to fall, came a shocking announcement. The auction was off. The painting, it was revealed, had been sold in a private sale to an anonymous buyer. The art world reeled, a collective gasp of astonishment echoing through galleries and museums. Who was this mystery buyer? And what did this sudden turn of events mean for the future of the controversial masterpiece? The rumour mill went into overdrive. Whispers of secret backroom deals and astronomical sums exchanged hands filled the air. Some lamented the loss of a public spectacle, a chance to witness history in the making. Others saw it as a victory for the painting itself, a chance for it to find a home, away from the glare of the spotlight, perhaps even a chance for further study and a definitive authentication. The identity of the buyer remained a closely guarded secret, adding another layer of intrigue to the already captivating saga. Speculation ran rampant, with names like the Getty, the Louvre, and even the elusive art collector, the Sultan of Brunei, being tossed around. But the truth, when it finally emerged, was perhaps even more intriguing. The mystery buyer was revealed to be J. Tomlinson Hill, an American billionaire hedge fund manager with a passion for art and a reputation for acquiring some of the world's most coveted masterpieces. Hill, it seemed, was not deterred by the controversy surrounding the painting. In fact, he embraced it. In a move that sent shockwaves through the art world, Hill made a bold declaration. He believed without a doubt that the painting was a genuine Caravaggio. He even went so far as to arrange for it to be displayed at the prestigious Borghese Gallery in Rome, the very institution that housed some of Caravaggio's most celebrated works. But the controversy didn't end there. The Borghese Gallery, while agreeing to display the painting, did so with a caveat. They refused to definitively attribute it to Caravaggio, acknowledging the ongoing debate and the lack of a clear consensus among experts. The painting, it seemed, was destined to remain an enigma, a masterpiece shrouded in mystery, its true origins perhaps forever lost to the mists of time. And yet there was one final twist to this tale, a revelation that emerged from the shadows, adding a tantalizing new dimension to the story. During the cleaning and restoration process, conservators made an astonishing discovery. Hidden within the depths of the painting, obscured by centuries of grime and varnish, lay a tiny inscription, barely visible to the naked eye. It appeared to be a signature, 2 letters intertwined, M and C. Could this be the elusive proof, the mark of the master himself, finally brought to light after centuries of obscurity? The $300 million Caravaggio, discovered in that dusty attic, continues to spark debate and intrigue. Even with cutting-edge analysis, the art world remains divided. Some see the hand of a master, others a skilled imitator. But perhaps that's where the real fascination lies. This painting, whether a true Caravaggio or a remarkable forgery, stands as a testament to the enduring power of art to captivate, to provoke, and to challenge our perceptions. It reminds us that masterpieces can lie hidden in the most unexpected places, waiting to be rediscovered, their stories yearning to be told. The Toulouse Caravaggio, regardless of its definitive authorship, has secured its place in art history. It is a symbol of the thrill of discovery, the allure of mystery, and the enduring power of artistic genius to transcend time. And so, the next time you find yourself gazing upon a work of art, remember the story of the painting found in the attic. Let it serve as a reminder that the world is full of hidden treasures waiting to be unearthed, their secrets whispered across the centuries, inviting us to unravel the mysteries they hold.